Hey guys, today we have a 2018 push-to-start rav4. So the customer wants 3 times lock. We're just going to use an ALCA. If the customer wanted to add longer range remotes, you can use a part from CompuStar, and I think FlashLogic makes one as well. But the CompuStar part number is FT-D100, and that is a decoder for the remotes. Some of the higher end remotes have the decoder built into the antenna, but a lot of the single one button remotes don't, so you need that extra part. Anyway, I'm going to use the ALCA and I'll flash it and go over the wires. This is TL6 firmware, so you're going to need can high, can low, the orange with black, which is ground, and then you're going to need the orange with white, which is your TX, and then pink for ignition. You also need your white with black and white for your SLP input. And then on the other side, you need the parking lights and the purple with black for your RX, and then power and ground. And now I'm willing to tape these up into 2 different sections because they go in 2 different places in the car, one in the steering column and one at the ECU or BCM. So the first bundle is can high, can low, RX, TX, and parking lights. Alright, so there's prepared. I'm going to throw it in my box here that I use for the trash once I'm in the vehicle, and I'll bring you back once we get to the vehicle. Alright guys, here we are in the car. On this vehicle, the only thing that we need to take apart is the steering shroud and then this panel right over here. The plug is actually plugged into the bottom of the BCM down here. So what I'm going to do is unplug it, and there's a piece of tape further up in the along the wiring harness that you can cut the tape, and then you'll pull it out to the front so you can more easily access all the wires and zip tie it and tape it all up, and then you can feed it back down and plug it in. So I'll show you that here in a second. Alright, there the cars apart. So now you can turn the vehicle off and start zip tying your unit up into the car. And now I'm going to go up in here to cut some of that tape. Alright, so here's the harness that you need. In here we're going to have can high, can low, which is red, green, and then your RX and your TX, which are directly below those. And they're going to be, sorry, your can high and can low is going to be white and green. Your RX and TX will be the blue and the red, and then parking lights on this one is going to be the white wire, which you can also find up here at the switch. Alright, all the connections are made, so now we can, and they're all made in about the same spot on the harness, so that you can just put one zip tie around it, and that will hold all the wires from wiggling around and everything, and coming undone. So now you need to feed it back through and plug it back into the BCM. And your excess right here, I like to zip tie this up so that it doesn't move around. You don't have anything hanging down. I zip tie it along with the harness that I have running over here to the steering column. So we'll put you back over here. With this clip side up, all the way to the right is going to be a white wire with black stripe. That's your ground wire. Next is going to be your SLP wire. It's a light green and it's directly center of this plug. Next we have ignition. It's going to be next to last on the left, pink wire. And the final connection is going to be 12 is constant. It's this blue wire on this plug, and it's all the way to the left side, clip side up. If you notice, I have two different rolls of tape. One's 3M tape, one's just this cheap tape. Reason being is the 3M tape's better for your connections, and this cheap tape I wrap around connections like this, so that if you ever need to take it back off or anything, there's not a bunch of gooey nastiness all over and it doesn't get all the installer's hands. So, to plug that in. And then for programming, you do key on. The ALC light will light up red, and then now it's flashing. So what I have to do is turn the car off, hit unlock, and then the green light will go solid and turn off. Now the ALC is programmed to the vehicle. So now what I have to do is get out of the car, make sure that all the doors are closed, step about 10 feet away, hit lock 3 times, and it should start up. Also be aware, in the center of the dash up here, there is a security light. If it stays on solid, it probably has a factory alarm and you need to wait until it starts to flash slowly. This one, it's already flashing, so I can go ahead and test. Alright, the vehicle started up just fine, so now whenever I put my hand on the door, the vehicle will unlock, or you can use the factory key fob to unlock it. If you decide that you want to turn your vehicle back off, you can do 3 times lock and it'll shut down again. Now whenever I open up the door, it's going to shut down because there's secure takeover is not provided on these vehicles. And the vehicle shut off. So everything's working properly. I'm going to put everything back together just the same way you see me take it apart. Test again, probably 2 more times just to be sure, and everything should work. And if you guys have any questions or anything, be sure to comment, subscribe down below. I'll have more videos coming.